Stock market today analysis for November 22nd, 2022. We got the Nasdaq up 1.36%. We got the S&P 500 up 1.36%. We got the U.S. Treasury 10-year yield down 4.8 basis points. Gold up 0.02%. Bitcoin up 3.25%. Oil up 1.38%. I think this one I think is a bit misleading when I was looking at the charts. Makes it look like everything is all rosy when I think we just hit all-time some recent 52-week lows in the old Bitcoin. Earnings still going on, but getting a bit lighter. You know, for example, on Thursday, which Thursday's Thanksgiving, so I guess that's why only 2 people are reporting. But overall, we got light trading volume going on this week. Going to be a short week. I think Friday it's only a half day. The VIX moving down in the last 6 months. We got as low as 19, so we're getting close to some lows of the last 6 months, and I think that's one reason why we might see the stocks moving higher. MMRI a little bit lower again today too, closing at 249.8. Even though it's still in that high range, some risk is lessening based on the 10-year yield and the Dixie. Bonds, we had the 13-week go up 2.44. Everything else came down a bit, with where everything is still inverted, where the shorter term lending money for a shorter term is still giving you a higher rate, which like indicates X amount of months down the road, recession or something along those lines. I don't know, my definition of recession isn't necessarily what meets, you know, the suit and tie fancy hairdo on CNBC. I look around my city and the different cities that are on this island, and do I see more businesses closed or open than I did 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Do I see more commerce happening or less? So I don't need a fancy suit person who I don't know how they, you know, get their money to tell me what's up. Tell them what's up. And what's up with the SPY today? It was up. That's what's up. On some light volume. We still got this rising for being green and being in this uptrend. It's not really looking super up, right? It's just been sideways, right? We're back right here. Where was this? This was November 15th. We're right back to where we were November 15th. It's really just in the sideways range. XLK, same thing, but not as far, not as high as it made it this day. But that was a down day nonetheless. It started up way up here, so it's just kind of been range bound besides that one day. Really light volume. Healthcare, now that's looking a little more, went a little sideways, but overall you can see it. That's been going up. Yeah, that's got some light volume too. It's just overall light trading during the holidays. So the financials trading in this range right here. Went up, down, just going back and forth in this range. But overall, you can see over the last X amount of weeks, it's been up. Consumer discretionary had been going down. Going down, maybe you could say stuck in this range. I see a little bit of some downward action here. Going, maybe it's going to start going sideways. But up from here, low, higher low. It's just looking like a pretty weak chart on the downward side. Industrials trying to break out of this sideways trend here, but not doing it with a whole lot of strength. But it did make a little higher, right? Opened here, closed here, sold off just a little bit. Maybe we're going to be out of that little range, or see if it falls back in. IWM kind of battling this 200-day moving average and losing the battle at the moment. Staying stuck to the downside. See, it just kind of looks like this. Hit this high here, a little bit lower high. So it's not really, it's just not looking too strong looking at the charts. Looking sideways right in here, a little bit of a decline. But still just kind of staying in this range for the most part, besides that one little boop poke up day. Dollar dropped just a little bit, and not back down to these lows. Maybe range bound here. We have this where it closed here, kind of. Maybe that's going to be the new ceiling. It's a little bit of range boundness. TLT is not loading. Come on, load. Popping up just a little bit today, but you can see it's really just hitting that resistance right there. And volume, some selling volume. This volume is just not loading, man. Tell you what, this freaking charts start irritating me. I have to pause the video and wait 45 seconds in order for it to load. All right, so volume, it's not like this. It's not hitting that line. You can see the volume really just dropped off. So overall, what do we think's going on? Okay, we see it's sort of making the what is it doing? It's going up. It's going up just a little bit. Here we really have light volume because of the holiday season coming in, and some of the rumors are, during the holidays that the Wall Street likes to push the stock market up, or maybe it's companies like to push a stock market up. People want to collect these bonuses or something to do with the stock price during the holidays. And since there's this light volume, it's easier to get that up. But whether it's up on some rigging or whether it's up on fundamentals, it's up. So right now we're still out of this. We're still out of this channel. We could be building. See how it moved up here? So it moved up here, dropped back here. So we could be building a little bit of a, let's see if we're going to build a little bit of a base here. Because until it shows me otherwise, I'm starting to really think we might just grind sideways, right? We look at all these candlestick charts that go in sideways. I wouldn't be surprised if it just kind of grinds sideways. And then after the holidays, we'll have to see if it can stay out of this channel. If after the holidays it falls back into this channel, we could, I guess, fall back into this channel. Then we have to see what happens around this area and what happens around this area. So at the moment, I think, the projection for the next rest of this week is going to be, I think we're going to see higher movement up on light volume. And oil. So oil seems to be basing out around $80 here. All right, we see last couple days tested these low numbers, almost got down to 75, but selling that buyers were saying, hey, this is a good deal, and they pushed that price all the way up here, so it closed right at 80. But then on this candle, you see, went up here and tested the 82, but selling said, nope, nope, it's not the price, it's not the fair market price. I don't really know if it's not a fair market price. You know, the price of oil is political, so there could be some more things going on. But nonetheless, it did trade up all the way to 82, and somehow people said no. Whether it's fair market, whether it's something else, like that is what happened, regardless of the reason of why. So right now, that's where we are, around 80 bucks. I wouldn't be surprised though if we're gonna get back up here around this 80, 84, 85. We'll see. Build up a base. It's got to, if it can't break this 82, it's not getting up to 85. And right now it's not breaking this 82. Another political one, GOLD. GOLD had this pullback. We seem to be building some support right around here, right under that 1760. And where did we see that 1760 before? I think if we were to go back in time a bit, 1760. Yep. You know, it's like right in that area. I had a little run up, right? We look back here at the beginning of November, had a bit of a run up, quite a bit. Got up here, test that 1800 area, and pulling back about whatever, about 150 bucks. Seem to be catching some support right in this area. And Bitcoin, look at this, got as low. Okay, look over here at the low right here when I hover. Okay, check that out. Low. Ooh, there we go. Low 15,693. And let's check. Let's see, check this real quick. '52 week. Where was this at? So it looks like the lowest it's got is 15,599. Where was that at? I thought it recently made that. Maybe not. Pretty close though. Pretty close. Oh, 5 days. What day was this? Monday. So Bitcoin, yeah, we're testing these lower numbers, and right now it is not right now it seems to be kind of building the support, holding up right around somewhere around that 16,000 area. If it's going to continue to do what it's done in the past, we're going to see it go sideways, go up and down a little bit, and eventually, whoop, going to drop, right? Just like it did here. Drop down, go up and drop down, drop down, drop down, go up. It's testing this, but it just continues to make some lower lows, and at some point, I don't know what point it will be, but maybe at some point, we'll find a bottom. We'll see if we will be able to find a bottom. I don't know when that'll happen, but what I do know is that trading Bitcoin, it's So I think there's a lot of speculation involved in there. It doesn't give any dividends. It doesn't have what can you look at fundamentally? It has no revenues. It has, you can just really just like trade the chart. Maybe there's some other ways to do it, but you know, if you look at let's see what this is. All right, stock. It's got it releases earnings. It's got a PE ratio. It's got a market cap. It has right, revenue, earnings. You can see here it was losing a little bit of money, but for the most part, it's been profitable. We can come up here and we can look at the enterprise value over EBITDA. Okay, this might be a good value. There's a peg. Not sure about that one. We can look at held by insiders. Okay, so people that know the company pretty in depth. There's about a little under 40% of the available stock is held by people that are actually running the company. Got about 60% held by institutions. If you hold the stock, it looks like it's going to pay you about a 3.54% yield annually. Payout ratio is less than 15%, so that tells me that they can absolutely support that. And I just randomly grabbed this. What is this? Nordstrom. Okay, I don't even know this company, but look what I'm finding out already. How can you let's see. Let's look at this free cash flow. All right, it's profitable. It wasn't profitable this year, but it was really profitable this year. Less profitable this year. Really, it went into negative there. Started getting back a little bit profitable here. So I mean, there's stuff when it comes to a stock that you can figure out, but how the heck do you figure out anything like that on Bitcoin? Like what is it you can look at fundamentally to see what's going on? I don't know. One reason why I don't know is because in the free country of the U.S. where I live in Hawaii, I'm not legally allowed to trade it because I live in a free country. That seems like an oxymoron to me, but nonetheless, it is what is happening. So consider, if you're new to trading, consider paper trading some stocks where you can do a little fundamental analysis. You can at least find out, like, hey, this is some pretty weak free cash flow. Or, you know, like maybe you can set up a screener with stuff that has good free cash flow. Free cash flow under financials, cash flow. Scott, look at that. Look at that. 6 million free cash flow, a lot better than 29,000, right? So I mean, you can use information to make some decisions in your paper trading, and consider learning how to sell cash secured put options on stocks you wouldn't mind owning. Look at the fundamentals, look at those various things. Go to iofsuccess.com, download some stuff to help you figure out how to sell cash secured put options. Watch videos from this channel and paper trade them. You guys have a fantastic day. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.